So I'm going to be leveling the frets on that fender, and that fender has a 7 1/4 inch radius. So I've got a 7 1/4 inch radius beam here, sanding beam, and I need to get this 240 grit sandpaper on there. Now, some people would use double-sided sticky tape, but the thing is with that is it's really hard to get off here. So what I do is I do something better. I put masking tape on first, then I put the double-sided sticky tape on top of the masking tape. So how does this work? Well, either we get the right length of tape, or we go a little bit over, and we come back and we're gonna lay the tape on there like so. And what you could do is at the ends, I forgot to do this, put some on the ends, just overlap it, underlap there and overlap on the edges, and that means we'll be able to get it off easier later. And there you go, and there's one, and we'll do one at the other end. And we're going to lay on a layer of masking tape like so, just like that, and we'll do the same again. And just because I want to get the length right, we'll do a measure. So we're going to go there, and again we're going to do the same again. Now, what you don't want is, you can get this close without getting right up to it, but you don't want to overlap because it's going to mess about with the radius. So what you do is just bring it right up close to the last one. It's going to maintain that radius, but don't overlap. And there you go, like so. And one more. And like I say, do not overlap. You can leave a tiny line gap, as I've done here, very, very tiny gap between the two pieces. Look at that, there you go. And that has maintained that radius on the base. And what we could do again is, we can go again. Start from this end, and we're going to get an overlap. So where them gaps were there won't be any gaps anymore because we overlapped. Alright, same again. Here. And like I say, make sure you don't overlap. And we've maintained the radius, we've got no gaps. And now, when we come to removing the sandpaper off here in the future, we won't have all the double-sided sticky tape on the beam itself. There you go, so we've maintained the radius. That's all good there. These ends we can just get some scissors and nip those off if we want to. Could leave them on, but best to just nip them off. And that is, we maintain the radius on the beam. And we'll be able to get the sandpaper off at a later date. So now what we're going to do is, I'm going to get some double-sided sticky tape, which I've got here. And we're going to do exactly the same thing we've just done with a double-sided sticky. This is what we're going to stick the sandpaper to. And I've got two different widths of this, and you'll see why in a minute. Right up to the edge. And now you'll see that middle piece is thinner. We're not going to get another piece in there, it's going to overlap. We don't want an overlap because it'll mess about with the radius. So what we do is we go and grab a thinner one which will fit in the gap, like so. And that will fit in the gap right there, look. That, and that's all in there. And then what I'll do is I'll take a Stanley blade and we'll get this all started off peeling. I'll peel it from the centre or peel it from one of the edges. We'll unroll some of this, stick that on there. Where we've got an overlap, we'll cut the edging off on the overlap, and we'll have a look at this. There you go. So we'll fold it over, we'll cut that to shape, and we'll have a radius beam with the sandpaper on that we can remove later. And then I can go over to the guitar and we can level those frets. Now let me just show you how I do this part. Where it's stuck down, we're just going to peel up, and it should just peel up like so. There you go, and there it is, look, and there it's peeling up, look, so we can just get the, once we get each one started, we don't want to get anything bored up, so we need it nice and clean. That's one started. Yeah, there we go. Two started. This way we're going to go from this side, and again just nice and gentle, don't force anything. Take your time, get it right, and there you go, and that is everything peeled off, ready for the 240 bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take that, we're going to overlap ever so slightly, cut to length, we'll cut overcut, take it to the far side, crease in there, we didn't want that crease in there, but there you go, we've sorted that out. Don't worry about that bit overlapping, we could even leave that on there if we really wanted to, it's not going to do any harm. What we do with these bits is we just tear to there, bend it over, same again this side. And this will arc round to create the radius. And there you go, we have a radius beam. That we could just leave on there, we can cut off whatever we want to do, but we now have a radius beam. I could take the blade, I've got a blade somewhere, and just remove this. Like so. And there you go, we have a radius beam, 7 1/4 inch radius beam, ready to go over to the guitar, which is on the jig over there, and we can re-radius the frets.